Appreciate you, Shanley. Okay.
No problem.
You staying out here, Shanley, or
Hey there, how you doing?
Howdy there. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Doug.
Nice to meet you, man. It's Douglas, Hayden Douglas. And what's your name there?
Sullivan Gallagher. A lot of people call me Sully.
Sully, okay. Nice to meet you, Sully. Sully, do you, I think my brother's talked about a Sully before, the pawn shop. Is that your business there?
Big Valley Pawn and Trade. That's the one.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think Jack, my brother, you might have met him before. I believe he did some business with you a couple weeks ago, maybe. But definitely heard of the business, though, Sully. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. See,
Yes.
we got quite a good mutual friend there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Shanley and I, we go way back. We've done lots of interesting things together, so he's a good friend. But I hear that you might have some knowledge that could help us out here, Mr. Sully. Well, if you boys are smoking, I guess I better have one too, eh? So, I mean, I'm not... Shanley, how much have you kind of filled in Mr. Gallagher here in terms of what we're looking to do?
He knows. It's
Okay.
a matter of just what you know. Sort
Right.
of where your head is and what you've done in business wise.
Of course. Yeah, well, I'm not going to try to hide behind any smoke screens here then, Mr. Gallagher. It sounds like Shanley's got you sort of filled in terms of what we're looking to do. I'm not sure how much you guys have talked about Sully, but essentially so myself, my brother Jack, who you've met, and then our colleague Cross, Paul Crossman. Not sure if you've had any conversations with him before, but the three of us.
Where's the mercantile fishery?
Yeah, you got it, Sully, exactly. He's actually opening a shop down in LaGras. He just got the keys to that a couple days ago. But that kind of ties into what I'm saying, because the three of us, what we do is we run what's called the Black Ledger Venture Group. So our venture group, it's a bit of an ambitious project, I will admit, but essentially what we do is we own three companies. The Isle Hook Mercantile and Fishery, which is managed by Cross. We own Hook Jab and Cross Brewing Company, which I handle myself. So we do rum, lagers, that kind of thing. And then we also have Douglas Excavation, which is exactly how it sounds, gold, gems, that kind of thing.
Yes, I purchased a gun from Mr. Jack a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, we've done some business with you. It was that special revolver, wasn't it? That Navy?
That was the Cattleman, or no, revolver, or Navy revolver, that's it.
Yeah, that was quite an interesting one. I haven't seen many of those before, so I was kind of happy when we came across that one. But yeah, that business, essentially, that's what it's all about. It's just digging around and seeing what we can find and selling things that are worth money, So an excavation is just a fancy way of saying it, I guess. But essentially, with all those three businesses, what we're trying to do here, Sully, is, we're giving the citizens of Monroe an opportunity to buy shares in each company. So we're opening them to the public, essentially. They're publicly traded companies. And it's good because it's been making people money so far. I mean, we've already got a few investors who have actually, doubled their investments within the first 2 months. So it's been profitable so far. But what we're trying to do here, Sully, is, naturally we're a bit more of a white collar organization with the stock trade we got going on and the shares that we're selling. But we recognize that there's an opportunity to jam our foot in a certain door with the type of business that we're doing. And the way we see it is we have a really good opportunity here to clean some dirty laundry, because we're handling cash on a daily basis, lots of it. We're moving it around between different accounts, between different businesses. So naturally, we're starting to, I guess, ask some questions about how we can go about helping folks who've got, a bounty or some funds that they want to clean up so that they can use it properly. You know what I'm getting at? I mean, I obviously assume that you do. I don't want to insult you with that. You know what I'm talking about. But point being is, yeah, so Shanley's been very helpful. He's been giving us some advice, some information. We've been poking around ourselves, and we've got some good information. I think we have a good starting point here in the city. We're kind of just trying to cross the T's and dot the I's now, I guess. But Mr. Sully, I'm not sure. Is this something that you've partaken in yourself? Do you dabble in doing some laundry?
I think it goes without saying.
Yeah, I mean, with your business, hell, like I was saying with ours, it's a very good model for it, right? So, point being is, it's one of those things where if we get into this, I don't want to step on any toes or anything. I'm not sure if that's something that's a service that you're offering to people or not, Mr. Gallagher. If it is, we would ensure that we're respecting your business. Your pawn shop, it's got quite a bit of it carries respect itself. Everybody knows about your pawn shop. Hell, we were buying and selling from you the other week. But point is, I think we've got a good, strong contact to get things started for us in the city. Would that be stepping on your toes then, Mr. Gallagher, if we were to start doing that type of operation? Or is that something that you're looking to expand on as well?
I'll be honest.
Please.
Mr. Dalton's been telling me about you for a while.
Right.
Told me about what it is you're wanting to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mr. Dalton's pulled in a pretty big favor to get you into this position. So, I do got some conditions for you.
Of course.
I tell you what I know.
Of course.
Condition 1. You make that man your number one priority when it comes to that stuff. Because if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be in the position you're in right now.
Absolutely.
Secondly, y'all don't come over to West Elizabeth.
Yeah, I don't
I've been
mind.
in West Elizabeth for a long time, and I keep planning on doing so.
Okay. That's very fair. We don't do much business out that way anyway, Sully, so.
And thirdly, once I do tell you, if I find out you go to any lure or spread my secrets, see that new pawn shop you're getting?
Mm-hmm.
There'll be nothing but a fucking crater.
Hey, I mean, I think that's only fair. Hopefully you can understand that I don't think we're stupid enough to disrespect you like that. But those conditions, Sully, those are more than fair to me.
Well, what do you mean? What'd you say about the pawn shop?
What he's saying is, if we're not smart about what we're doing here, Shanley, our new brick and mortar that we're going to have in LeGras is going to be jeopardized.
Oh, it's in LeGras. It's not the... Okay.
Yeah, no, not in
What
Annisburg.
I'm saying is, if I find out y'all go to lure and tell lure, I got
Oh,
you
I
both
promise
of us.
you, Douglas, I will... I don't want to sound dramatic, but you're dead. You understand? You're dead.
Shanley, you know me enough by now. You know I'm not that stupid.
No, don't stop smiling. I'm very serious. Don't do this to me.
Hey, like I said, I wouldn't disrespect you like that, Shanley. We, our relationship and our trust between each other is more important to me. So,
I mean, I would blow up the entire city of Saint Denis if it means you were in it. If you did me wrong.
Hey, I'm not gonna ask for
Just
any
don't
ifs,
fuck
ands,
me.
or buts there.
Don't
Of course,
fuck him.
absolutely, boys. No, that's there's no worries there.
I have a lot to lose right now. I have a very young family. You jeopardize that for me. There'll be a big fucking crater where your store is.
Understood, Mr. Sully. Understood.
I mean, we can't really express it more than we can now, but I would actually cry. I'd cry while beating your head into a pulp with a hammer.
Yeah, I don't need to see that sight, Shanley.
I would cry with tears of anger. I mean, actually cry. Really.
No, I'm being cheeky about it, boys, but I understand the severity of the situation.
It's very. I mean, you've seen the papers, I'm sure. It's
Absolutely.
a very, very bad time. So I think it's a good time for you. Just don't fuck us. Otherwise, I'll fuck you in the ass. Understand?
Completely understand. Yep. You know we ain't fucking around here, boys.
I understand.
Dalton
And there's
told
people
me,
shooting outside.
Yeah, I was gonna
I'll
say,
check it. If you
Jesus.
wanna keep talking, it's okay.
All right.
Dalton told me he was looking around to see what sort of businesses make the
What's
most
that?
money.
It's one.
Yeah, exactly, Sully. We've been sort of poking our heads around. I mean, Cross, my colleague's been very good for that. He's quite, he's the networking type, you know. He's good at meeting folks. He's a bit of a rainmaker. So he's been asking some questions. We've got some things lined up. Obviously, whatever I tell you here, Sully, I respect that. You know, you're not going to say anything either. In the same way, I won't say anything. But we've got something lined up in the city of Saint Denis. Someone that we think is going to help us out. I don't know. Hopefully that's not stepping on your toes. You said West Elizabeth, obviously.
West Elizabeth, I don't care what goes on east of the river.
Okay. Well,
It's
yeah.
not my business.
If it makes you feel any better, we have an agreement in place to get this started. With quite a profitable business here in the city in Saint Denis. I mean, fuck, I'll stop beating around the bush. It's the general store. We know the owner quite well. Cross does. He's gonna.
George Riganto.
It's Babyface Joe. Yeah, he's gonna give us a hand. And I really am trusting you, Sully. That's between you and I only. Obviously, I trust you. I wouldn't be telling you that if I didn't. Just like the same way you've been trusting me. But I'm telling you that in hopes you understanding that I take your warning seriously. You know, about West Elizabeth. We're not going to try and step on any toes. And I think based on the
I don't
proximity.
really care about West Elizabeth. I care about my freedom and being able to see my kids every day.
Absolutely. No, I totally understand that. Your priorities are in the right place then, if that's what you care about.
I'm a family man, you see.
Hey, there's nothing more important than that, man. If you ain't on your deathbed with family around you, then what do you really have, right?
Aye.
Money's just money, but hell, I think this is gonna help us get quite a bit of that. So hopefully it's something I can use to help my family one day. But no.
I will say this, it sounds like you're looking around in the right place to start off with.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Sully. Do you think that those, you know, I'll ask you because I have a lot of respect for you and your business. Do you think that is someone that we would be wise to start working with this type of thing?
I'm going to be very honest in my business. Middlemen are always good.
Okay.
The less exposure to yourself, the better.
Right.
Because there's one thing about the federal government. They don't like you fucking with their money.
Right.
The moment you start doing that, you're liable to lose everything to your name.
Right.
Properties, assets, money, all of it. Because if you ain't got proof of how you got it legitimately, you're done fucked up there.
Absolutely. And I mean, the thing with us, much like you, is we love our businesses, our legitimate ones, you know, Hook, Jab, and Cross, the fishery, as I told you
You've
about.
been doing that for a long time, though. Very long time.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I understand there's risk, and we don't want to jeopardize those businesses. Like you said, they've been around for a long time, and they have respect. So we're taking this very seriously. So I heed your warning in that sense, and I hear you loud and clear. Do you think, in terms of moving money, Solly, do you think that a general store is a good way to do it? Like, I think there's just so many ins and outs with the business like that.
Here's how I do my operation.
Okay.
First of all, you got two ways of going about this. You could either break in every time you do, or you can get someone on the inside who can give you a small key to the register. Makes life a lot more easier, getting access to those tills. Personally, I would go for the latter, because then you ain't fumbling around with a lockpick every time you're going to do what it is you're looking to do. It's nice and more simpler key.
That's very
Put it in and
smart.
turn it.
We were sort of discussing the idea, Sully, of having someone close to us in the organization, one of our higher ups, maybe get a job at the store, part time,
That could be beneficial as well.
working the till. You think that would make sense?
They could just usually open it for you. And all they would do is they would go in there, they would take out some money from that till, let's say $250,
Mm-hmm.
and they would put in $250.
Right. Okay.
The store ain't really gonna notice it. Unless you take more than that was in the till. So at the end of the day, it just looks like money, as long as you make sure it's not all crinkled up and it's all nice and neat and facing the same way.
Absolutely. Okay.
People go in there to buy things, they're going to be giving out money and getting money back, laundering it.
No one even knows the difference, right?
No.
That's very sage advice, Sully. I really appreciate that.
From
Yeah.
what I know, there isn't anyone operating east of the river.
Really? Okay.
No.
So this could be a good market for us to get into right now then, hey?
I'm going to tell you this now, Douglas. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've seen a lot of people flake out of doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of work, risk, effort, exposure. A lot of legwork goes into this.
Mm-hmm.
You have to meet a lot of people. You have to trust a lot of people.
Right. Yeah, this is the real thing. I totally understand that. I think we're ready for it. I really do. We've worked hard to get to where we're at with our businesses, and we've made the connections that we've made. But honestly, Sully, this advice, it's hearing from someone like you, seeing how successful your pawn shop is and whatnot, it goes a long way to hear you, tell me how you're doing things. So I hope you know how much we appreciate this.
Well, I know you'll appreciate it. I just hope you don't fuck me.
Hey, we won't do that. We will not do that. Trust me. Respect, I think, is the most important thing we can give to each other in this fucked up world, and you're giving us a lot of it right now, Sully. I know we don't know each other that well yet, but I know Jack had nothing but good things to say about you when you did business for that pistol, for that Navy. So, pleasantly surprised to see that it was you in this room. That's great. But okay, you're really helping my decision making here, Sully, because I feel like we're making the right call, doing it where we're doing it with who we're doing, and how we're going to do it then. I think getting someone on staff makes sense.
As long as you ain't got to break into that till, because if you don't know what you're doing with that lockpick, you might be fumbling around breaking in, and guess what? Joe Schmo's walking on you and thinks you're breaking into the store. Next thing you know, you got Laura shot in the building.
Yeah, you're hopping on a boat to Cisco, right?
Yeah. You get a key, it makes life a lot more easier.
And
Key
so,
in, turn it, take some bills out, count the money. You put your money in, but obviously the money you're putting in, you've already spent a day and a half counting it, making sure it's all nice and neat, it's all facing the same way, right? You'll only
right,
be adding a load of scrunched up bills.
right. And Sully, so how often are you, going in and out of these tills? Is it something that you're doing weekly, more than that, less than that?
About weekly. Once
Weekly.
A week, maybe twice a week, depending.
Okay. And then one of your
Push about $1,000 a week is what I try to push.
okay, that's pretty damn
I
good.
think more than that becomes a little bit too risky.
And let's say someone comes to you with a bag of dirty laundry, right? They got 1,000 units, and they want you to clean it for them. What are you taking as a cut? Is there a percentage that you usually do?
Well, I would offer them the 70% back.
Right,
So that means they're giving 70 cents on the dollar.
right.
You're making 30%, so 30 cents on the dollar, $300 out of every 1,000.
Okay,
However, the more you see someone, the more business you do, the more reputable you get. You could lower your take to 20 cents on the dollar, so they're still making $800 and you're still making $200.
right.
Keeps
Okay,
them happy and it keeps business consistent. Now, there is one problem I've always run into, and I do fear y'all might do the same thing.
what's that?
There's so much money out there among people, and so many people trying to fucking offload it. You're never going to please everybody at one time.
Right. I see what you're saying. People are going to
By
start
the time
thinking,
you go through 2,000 of one person, you go to the next person, the person you just helped that 2,000's got another 2,000.
and they're going to want to move it faster, I guess, than we can make it move, right?
Some people are a little impatient,
Mm-hmm.
but as long as you're stern with your schedule, hey, I can help you this week, but you gotta wait another 3 weeks because I gotta help X, Y, and Z. You gotta drop names, of course, but
Mm-hmm.
just try to cycle between people. You'll keep a lot more parties happy.
Okay. We already have, I mean, there's been some contacts we've made, which is good, that are interested. And it sounds like, so one of your, your 3 tenants there, I guess, solely was to make sure that we're helping Shanley first and foremost, right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
I mean, that's gold for us, right? Because Shanley's someone I respect more than anybody. So if he has business for us, it's, not to say that, oh, well, that tenant doesn't mean much to me. But my point is, I was going to do that anyways. He's someone that if he comes knocking on our door, he would already get the first priority without even hearing that from you. So that works out well if that's one of your conditions, because it's a condition we would have already satisfied, I think. Knowing this.
In addition to it sounds like that's not a problem anyway. It sounds like y'all are nice in the city.
Yeah, exactly, man. No, like I said, I'm just being totally open with you about it. It's gonna start with the general store there. We trust Babyface Joe. He and Cross go way back. So we're gonna start there, and we're gonna keep it there. You don't have to worry about us trying to expand and,
Well, y'all can expand. If I was to recommend an expansion, I would take one more store. I'd only work out of 2 stores.
Okay. And would you keep that store close by, Sully? Like, would you keep it in the city, or would you go somewhere up north more or something like that?
I'd pick another general store.
Okay.
Whether it be Rhodes or Valentine or Annisburg, pick another general store that you feel is another good moneymaker.
Yeah. I mean, I know Lenore pretty damn well. We could have some chats with her. Okay. That's good advice. Sully, there's got to be something that we can do for you. I know you're helping Shanley, and I appreciate both you and Shanley more than you know for this, but there's got to be something that Jack and Cross and I can do for you that would help your business. Is there anything that we can help you for all this advice you're giving us? Hell, even if it's a few kegs of beer, you got to let me know, man. I just want to make sure we do right by you.
When I go to Sissikar, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Mm-hmm.
My wife needs anything, I'm just obliged with it.
Absolutely. Tell you what, Sully, I'll give you my personal telegram so that she can contact me directly. Is that all right? Whatever she needs, I'll be there for her, whether it's just, a table to sit at and a warm meal, or a ride somewhere across state. I'll be there. You can tell her to telegram Hayden. It's really easy. It's my name. So I'm Hayden Douglas. It's just Hayden. Hayden. Hayden.
Hayed.
Hayden. Hayden. Yeah, you got it, man. Yeah, you tell her to telegram me, and whatever she needs, no questions asked, Jack or Cross or I will take care of it. I promise you that, Sully.
I expect a Lord to come knocking on my door at some point.
Yeah, that time's coming for all of us eventually, I think. So you're a wise man to make plans, but I hope it never comes to that, Sully. It sounds like you're a family man, and you, that's what matters most in the end of the day, right?
Well, after all, everything we do is for the next generation, and if not, it's going to become ashes in the wind, right?
Absolutely, man. Well, it sounds like you're doing a good job. Your family's going to be set up for a while based on your success. And yeah, I mean that, Sully. Whatever she needs, I'm there for her, all right?
Right. Just be very wary of who you deal with, because the people you think you can trust the most sometimes are not the most trustworthy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We've already had to kind of cut some heads off in terms of connections that we didn't trust, so it's a cruel world in that sense, but that's just how it spins around.
It does, and people sometimes get jealous of success.
Mm-hmm.
So just be careful, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Well, Sully, if you, like I said, you know where we are. We're usually in the city. If you need anything, man, you don't be hesitant to contact us. You'll see our ads up time to time. I'll hook, or for Hook, Jab, and Cross Rum. Please never hesitate to contact us if you need anything, all right?
Yeah, and hopefully this avenue of business works well for you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Sully. This information means more than you know, and I think it's going to be enough to kind of push us over the finish line to get this thing started, so I really appreciate you. And like I said, man, never hesitate. You got my Telegram now, so if you need anything, you just let me know, okay?
Likewise, mine's trade, but letter A is the number 8.
Perfect. Yeah, I think I've actually sent you one before, and I'll make sure if we find you one of those revolvers again, we'll get you a nice deal based on what you did for us, all right?
Oh, sure.
All right, Sully. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, okay? It means the world.
Yeah. Look after yourself, Ruth.
All right, man. You too. Stay safe.